Mars is about 6 or 7 minutes away. Last couple of days, today and tomorrow, for you to get a grand from the Buzzard bookie. So listen for each and every one of those. Cavaliers win last night, West Coast. That was a late game, but a 109-95 is the final against the Trailblazers. They're in Portland. They're off tonight and coming back home to tip off tomorrow at the Romo Fijo against the Detroit Pistons. 7:30 is going to be that tip. Somebody left me a message. How could you forget about Detroiters when you were talking about sitcom theme songs with the name of the city in it?
Oh, that's a very good point.
Detroiters, not a well-known sitcom, but one that is very close to our heart here on this program.
Love it.
It was I think you should leave Tim.
Yeah.
And
Post SNL, I think you should leave.
Mm-hmm. No, that's Tune Yards. What's the Detroiters theme? Tell them yo from Detroit. It's right in there.
Get back on your feet. Oh.
That ain't it. Where's the Detroiters theme song? Theme song for Comedy Central's Detroiters. It was only on a couple of seasons.
Sally Pomeranz. Seen that one. 3, 1. Where do they make their cars, Sam?
No, that was the one. It takes a while to get there.
All right.
The one that you had.
And really, nobody's going to care now.
I know.
We just love that show so much.
It's so funny.
It's, I think, still on comes.
No, this still isn't. Oh, there it is.
Next time when they ask you where you're from, you gon' say Detroit City when we get you back on the feet.
All right, Detroit City. Yeah. Right. Poundcake needs a show like Rock of Love. Listen, I pitched this years ago. I pitched to management. I pitched the Bilchler.
Right.
Bill's a single guy. I said, I want to do the Bilchler. And that's a thing that requires a lot of sales components to make it worth everyone's while. Not ours. We wouldn't get paid for, No. But that didn't work out. And then I was like, well, what about like Pound of Love or something along those lines? And that didn't work out either. So those ideas are always out there in the ether. It's just hard to quote Poundcake, it's hard to bring them to fruition sometimes.
Yeah, not enough lazy-ons to make it happen.
We need more lazy-ons.
I am prepared to be single the rest of my life. Just the...
Well, when you refer to your future husband, it doesn't sound like it.
Well, I say that for the show. Like, I like the idea of having a husband, but I don't know how realistic that is, especially when I'm on Facebook dating, and I'm not even joking, every guy that I've spoken to will talk for a little bit, and then they're like, oh, sweet, so what's your Snapchat? I'm like, how old are we? I don't want to I have TikTok that I don't even use. Like, I'm not downloading another app to talk to a dude that's going to end up ghosting me anyways. Like, I don't want to talk on Snapchat.
Well, how old are they? I didn't even know Snapchat was still a thing.
It is very much a thing, and and it's not just like a
Tell
young
them you're
thing
on
either.
Kick. You go, I'm not on Snapchat. I'm on Kick.
It's not even just like a young thing either. These are like 30, maybe one of two of them were like in their 20s, but these are like 30-plus men talking about, oh, message me on Snapchat. I'm like, either you just want to talk on Snapchat or you just want nudes. Either way. Like,
they want to send you nudes?
That's what I mean, though.
Send me nudes on Instagram.
They want to send it on Snapchat.
You can send it on vanish mode.
They like sending it on Snapchat.
You can send nudes on vanish mode, people. Or you can make the picture disappear. Like, there's ways to send nudes if nudes is what you want to send. But I'm not
What? You can send nudes on vanish mode in Instagram? I don't believe you. Ladies, I don't believe it.
Let's put this to the test.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What's your handle on Instagram, Bill?
At Bill Squire.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing because it surprised me. Someone sent me a surprise nude, which are my favorite. I'm just going about my day. And I said I had a message request. And I'm like, oh, every time I see a message request, I'm like, it's always sketchy. So it was like, I opened the message and it was a full body, it was a full body nude, not just a D, a full body. I was like, oh my God. And so by the time I looked at it, I looked at it for a second, didn't realize what it was. And then when I realized, I clicked off and it disappeared. I was like, wait, no, I want to see it. I was like, I want to see it again. Because he sent face, he sent everything. It was a full body mirror nude. I was like, that's the rarest of all rare. He didn't even care that I saw who he was. Usually
was it a customer or just a rando?
I think it was someone who followed me, I think. But I can't go back to the nude to see it. And his picture, I don't follow him back. That's why it was in a message request. So he has a private Instagram. And I'm like, I'm not going to request to follow him to see what he looks like. And then be like.
And so he was hoping that you would be like, look at it and go, hey, let's talk some more. Let's meet up.
I think I double tapped it to show that I liked it because I knew it was a nude. But he put it on a timer or when you click off of it, it disappears and you can't open it again.
It sounds like so much work.
I mean, it wasn't that much work. There's settings on there to where when you send something, you can look at it once for a couple seconds and it disappears. So it's essentially
like Mission Impossible.
It's just like Snapchat, but on Instagram.
Message will self-destruct.
And so I was like, a full body nude, and then click, gone. I'm like, damn it.
Full body meaning neck down?
No, he was in the mirror, face. That's what I'm saying.
Full length mirror.
Yes, full length mirror. Nude selfie.
Yeah.
Dong and everything. Sometimes I get torso down. Sometimes I just get dong. This one was a full body. I was like,
do they fluff for that or au naturel?
I don't know what they do.
But I mean, are they popped off or are they? Okay, he's just hanging there.
He was chubbed.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's I'm no stranger to getting nudes, but sometimes it's just one member. He took the time. He was like, this is a good D-Day. He was like, I'm slim. He was like, I'm somewhat fit. And I feel confident I'm going to take a nude and send it to Poundcake, which I appreciate. So I didn't follow.
It's nice that you're top of mind for people when they're having a good boner day.
Yeah. And then boner. And then he in his bio said, "In God we trust." I was like,
God.
I was like, yes.
In God we trust.
We love a picture with your family and in God we trust in the bio and then a nude picture.
Let me give you some more money. It's $1,000 today and tomorrow. Last 2 days to grab a grand from the Buzzard Bookie. I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Deposit. That's deposit. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
You know what else is muscular and handsome, Poundcake?
Who?
Downtown Cleveland.
I thought you were just saying it was missing some in comparison to Cincinnati.
Well, this isn't me. This is the Financial Times.
He's reporting.
This is a magazine. This is a publication of repute. Financial Times, they did their second annual Investing in America list. The Financial Times doing something in conjunction with the Nikkei, which is the Japanese stock market. And they were giving...
pronounced Nike.
Nike. the Air Jordan investing list. And they were ranking American cities for foreign companies to invest in. Here are the best American cities to invest in. Now, we are number 18.
That's
and quite frankly,
pretty good.
I mean, when there's a list of cities to invest in with foreign investors, they're not looking past 5 or 6. I mean, there's 5 or 6 big American cities that a foreign multinational corporation would go, I'm going to invest in there. It's nice to be invited and included, but they're not going down to number 18. But the Financial Times called Cleveland, the downtown is muscular and handsome. Ooh, man, who wrote this column? And they talked to a number of people around here, and they said,
yeah, right. Did Cleveland's mom write this?
He's a good boy.
He's very muscular. He's very handsome. I don't know why he's single.
He just hasn't met the right girl yet. But we see him he just gets more lovely every year. More muscular and handsome. Cleveland is described by the Financial Times as the perfect porridge of a city. That's how you know they're talking to
What are bears?
for an investor. Cleveland is small enough that you can get your arms around it, but big enough to matter, is what it says.
That's how I feel about my own body.
Small enough that you can get your arms around it, but big enough to matter. The Bill Squire story.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So take that, Frank Jackson, with all your butthole
beehole,
comments.
yeah.
Right. That's
Cleveland is perceived to be the butthole of the world sometime, right?
That's muscular and handsome butthole to you, according to the Financial Times. The city's downtown is muscular and handsome, as upper Midwestern cities often are. They couldn't even give us that. They were basically like, here's a couple of adjectives, but, you know, that's what Midwestern cities are. Locals know the irresistible charms of the city's skyline, is what it says. Again,
Poundcake's favorite skyline of all skylines.
It's
getting better. We're going to go from our 4 buildings to our 5 buildings.
Sherwin-Williams.
I'm looking forward to seeing a better skyline. It just makes you feel proud of where you come from. It gives you pride in your city when you're driving.
I get that.
It does. When you're driving up the highway and the skyscrapers light up the night, like that means
Shouldn't
something.
the overall financial health of where you are give you some pride? No. Okay.
No, he's
just the
about
height,
superficial things,
see
man.
the height and the layout of the buildings.
You want to
Okay.
see the cool little towers. You want to see the
What
cool
about the
buildings.
net worth of the city, huh? What about that?
What is Cleveland's net worth? Are we in negative
Don't worry
net worth?
about it. Don't worry about it.
It's muscular and handsome. That's all
does.
you got to know.
It does something to you when you, like when I was on the Indiana Skyway or whatever it was, Chicago Skyway, whatever it is, driving into Chicago, and you see like almost like Emerald City light up when you see like the Chicago skyline at night. It's gorgeous. Cleveland doesn't have that.
But you had never been there before. That was the first time you went?
Yeah, that was the first time I went.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun.
But I
mean,
think it was-
that would have any city would have had that same effect on you.
Yeah, but there's
No,
a
it's
difference
not.
between driving past Chicago versus Cleveland or
What
Indianapolis.
I'm saying though
or
is when you
whatever.
get on the Skyway,
Yeah.
downtown, the Chicago skyline is so far away, you can just
And
see
it's
flickering.
beautiful.
I agree, but you can just see flickering lights.
But I've seen
it might as well be the Cleveland skyline when you're that far away.
But I've seen different skylines. I've seen the San Diego skyline. It's not that great. I mean, since, Columbus ain't that great. And then Portland skyline. There's not that great.
Columbus is getting bigger, though.
It's getting bigger, but it's not as majestic as Chicago.
Yeah, Columbus is like
Chicago's one of the top cities in America. It's
in
not
the
gonna-
world. Thank
yeah.
you very much. No, listen,
In Illinois.
Columbus looks like a city. Columbus looks like a mall that's trying to be a city. It's just kind of laid out in. I don't know. They're doing a ton of construction there. I mean, they're really trying to blow that place up.
I
but
just say it does something to you when you see a pretty skyline. It makes you take pride, like, oh, I want to be here. I want to be amongst this. It makes you feel like you're a part of something.
how many more tall buildings does Cleveland need to engender that feeling in you?
Well, I think because if I'm taking a wide shot, you want even, so at least 10.
Oh,
They
even number or symmetry in the skyline?
You need an even number.
an even number.
Yeah, so like 10 big
Oh, so
buildings.
so as far as you're concerned, we got a long way to go.
Yeah, you got a long way to go.
Huh.
And then Terminal Tower is set up nice because it's kind of like in the middle. So actually, I like the way it is. It's, and it turns different colors so then it can reflect off the other, glass buildings.
I think they should change the name of that Terminal Tower. There's a subliminal negativity to that
Right.
word, Terminal Tower. I mean, even if it's referring to something else, it just
No, I like it.
Remission Tower.
there you go.
Oh, yeah. Faux shiz, faux shiz.
But yeah, 5 on each side. And then Terminal Tower in the middle. And give us a nice look. Think about all the calendars and all the backdrops that it'll have like in people's living rooms where they have like.
Yeah, but most of the people buying those are people who already live here. So it's not like they're sending them out as part of like Destination Cleveland
There's
or the
a-
tourism board or
But
something.
there's people who leave here and go somewhere else and they want to have a skyline painting in their living room.
I see.
So
Huh.
they will be all over the place.
So it's that simple for you, is that skyline is what engenders that pride.
You need big buildings.
All right.
What if they're empty? Who cares if they're big if they're empty?
Yeah, if they're
Most of
empty.
them are probably empty now. Who
Well, that's the
cares?
point. Yeah, I
What are
mean,
you gonna do? Tear them down?
No, but it does circle back to the pride part. If you're feeling pride because the
Turn it into a condo that is has crazy rent.
And then sexy bathrooms.
Yeah, and then people will.
You're right next door.
Right.
Sexy bathrooms.
Them sexy bathrooms.
Yep. Well, all right. But you've never been to Seattle, have you?
No.
Yeah, Seattle's got a pretty good skyline. I mean, that Needle does a lot of the heavy lifting. But anywhere where there's like city and mountains, it really...
Denver had a pretty skyline.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it really can help. But again, the topography helps, you know. Midwest, it's all flat. So you have to rely on the skyline if that's important to you. If you're in a city that's like surrounded by mountains.
Toronto skyline was gorgeous. Also, I will say Indianapolis too. As much as I hate Indiana, Indianapolis had a pretty nice skyline. But Toronto was beautiful, and they also have like the little Needle.
Well, again, the CN Tower, yeah, but it is. You're right. It's all along the lake there, and you know it's great. If you listen on iHeartRadio, if you do it from out of state or wherever, you can always leave us messages there.
All right, fellas. You guys are talking about these time travelers, and Bill said something about they spoke way different back then. English sounded different back then. I think Bill's a time traveler. That's what's going on here. No doubt about it. Love you. Bye.
That's an odd take. Is there anything you want to tell us?
No comment.
That's what he took from that
Yeah.
was Bill must be the time traveler.
I am not traveling through time. Well, I'm traveling through time the same way you guys are.
Into the future.
I mean, if you really think about it, we're all time travelers because we're all traveling through time.
Yes.
So that's my answer. That's not an answer.
Like right now has already passed.
Right.
I do have some breaking news, however, if you want it. I did get a message from Josh who says that the suck trucks are being deployed out there in Amherst, Ohio. Woo! So congratulations to the fine people of Amherst, Ohio. Those
Get ready for them suck trucks.
leaf suck trucks are out there.
Suck trucks
Sucking up
not
leaves.
Doing their job.
Mm-hmm.
Sucking them leaves.
Poundcake probably has a sound effect for that. Yeah, there it is.
Is that not a good one?
Yeah, that took care of it. I feel like I'm really there. I feel like I'm walking
Like we're on the suck truck. Like
behind
we're
the suck
operating the
truck.
suck truck.
That's right. We are taking an active part in getting them leaves up.
Mm-hmm.
I got Cavs tickets for you as promised. LeBron and the Lakers are going to be in town next Saturday after Thanksgiving. So I'll have 2 tickets for you on the way back. 35192 and a text for anything else.
It's the Alan Cox Show on 100.7